I want to review this game, Shredder's Revenge. I just finished it Saturday night, I believe it was, and I really have to say this is a really good game. It had a good amount of difficulty. It did kind of lead you into the difficulty, though. It didn't start off like super difficult like Turtles 1 for regular Nintendo. This is not that. There are definitely some levels on here that get excruciatingly difficult. I don't know about excruciating. Annoying. I think annoying. Annoyingly difficult. You kind of don't see it coming because some of the levels before that a little easier. I think level 13 is the one that really sticks in my mind. There's just so many things going on in that level. If you want a Turtles game that really encompasses the entirety of the Turtles franchise, I think this is it. You can also play as different characters like April O'Neil and Splinter, and you can even play as different color variants of the Turtles that we've seen over the years. I can remember back in the day, for a little while, I collected the figures. I have sold them since on eBay because they were going for a fortune. And there was, over the years, there've been different color variants, and you could play as those. It really does encompass the entire Turtles lore and franchise history. And it also isn't like one of these stupidly easily beaten games. And it also isn't a stupidly hard game to play like I mentioned. It's the first, I think it was the first two regular Nintendo Turtles games were beatable, but very difficult to beat. But this game really captures everything that you could possibly want. It is definitely the old art style. It feels like a game that you would have played in the 80s had the 80s systems been able to play this game. 80s, early 90s. You know, it really feels like that game. So if you're one of these people that have been, a fan of Turtles since the beginning of Turtles, this is definitely your game. There's not really any advice as a button masher. I would say, though, that if you're playing solo, you don't have anybody to hook up with and play the game, you can do a trick that I did a couple of times towards the later levels, is just have another controller there ready to bring another turtle in, and then you can continue, because the game can get pretty rough in some of the levels. It really can. I think it has 16 levels in total, if memory serves correct. I just beat it the other day, but I wasn't really paying attention to the numbering convention. I felt like, I can't remember what I paid for this game. It was the day it came out. So whatever that price was, I feel like I definitely got my money's worth. And here's the thing, I would love to go. I'll most likely go back and play this, because it's not like one of these long, drawn out JRPGs or RPGs that people play that are 120 hours. I had like 195 hours into Persona 5. So it's not one of those type of games. This is just a game. And another thing, if you have friends that can join in with you, I think you can do it online, or if in person, it would be even more fun. I remember back in the day, Turtles in Time, my buddy and I, tag teaming and going through the levels. I mean, that was some of the levels in Turtles in Time. You did need two people to really get through those levels. You really did. That game did get pretty difficult towards the latter half of the game. It is one of those games that you can beat in like 2 hours. This is probably also a game, if you had like 2, 3, 4 people going at it, this is probably a game that you could also beat in like 2 hours, if not less. And I kind of like that. I really kind of like that aspect of it, because there's also different modes, none of which I've tried. There's like arcade mode, there's story mode. There's a couple of other different modes that you can pick from in the beginning of the game. The graphics are incredible on this. It really does look like you're controlling a cartoon, essentially. I mean, you see it behind me playing. It really is. Like, if you're really a huge Turtles fan, and if you've really been playing for the amount of years, or watching it the amount of years that it's been out. Like, I haven't watched it in years, but it just really, really was everything I was looking for. And April, as I'm looking at the cover, April O'Neil is a surprisingly good character, because she's really fast. And she's actually how I beat the game. So I would the other suggestion I would make is try every character out, and I think every time you beat it, well, not I mean to a certain extent, but I think every time you beat it, you get like a new character to add to your roster that you can pull from. But I'm not sure. I got one after I beat it the first time, but from what somebody else told me, but I don't know if they know for sure, that you can get a couple more different characters added. But at least I got one person added to my roster. And that's that. I mean, this is a short review. This is just a game that if you like Turtles at all, if you like beat 'em ups at all, this is about as good as it gets, really. I don't really have any complaints about it. Like any beat 'em up, it does get annoying with how many, enemies are coming towards you at any one given point on any given, level. And I think that's kind of the fun of it. It's annoying and kind of the fun of it at the same time. I really don't. None of the levels stand out to me as like I would never want to play that again. So they did a really, really, really good job. I really have to give them credit for just bringing out nostalgia factor, I guess. I really do. Anyway, that is my review. 100% recommend it. I mean, especially if you got multiple people that can get on here and just go ham at it, to make myself even older sounding. Yeah, it's definitely like a return to the 80s basically for this game. I think it even says it on the back here. It really truly is. Anyway, hopefully you enjoy the game. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Write a comment. Did you like the game? Do you like Turtles games? Have you been watching Turtles since the beginning? And I will talk to you in the next one. Anyway, peace.